Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Again, thank you for watching. And we begin tonight with Indiana story. Two Bloomfield, Indiana women have been charged in their actions on White Wednesday on January 6th, the day that the white militants tried to overtake the U.S. Capitol, and pop this up so that you can see. According to federal court documents, both Bissey and Morgan Lloyd posted on Facebook that they were inside the Capitol. Morgan Lloyd posting that it was the best day ever, and Bissey pointing it was the most exciting day of my life. So those two women will now face federal charges for their part in what happened on January the 6th. Also today, Grandmaster Jay, leader of the NFAC, had a court hearing in Louisville, Kentucky. And as you've seen in the previous episode, if you haven't, go back and watch it. Grandmaster Jay was basically on the steps of the courthouse. He was not even in court when he received the information. And as far as I know, officially, 4 of the federal charges have been dropped. They have kept one of the federal charges. The state charges, there was still discussion as to whether they will be pursued or they too will be dropped. And there is another court date set for May. That is the official word as I know it as of right now. Now, speaking of Grandmaster Jay, I started covering the NFAC and Grandmaster Jay just about 8 months ago in July, before I even started this program. I was covering them when I was writing, beginning on January 4th with the first formation in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And I have not covered this, the fact that there was indeed a hearing about 8 months ago in the United Nations regarding the treatment of Blacks in the United States. And let's just take a listen to this.
The head of the United Nations Human Rights Council and member states are backing calls for an investigation into police brutality and racial discrimination in the US. The council met for an urgent debate on Wednesday. Relatives of George Floyd and 54 African nations pressed them to address issues in the US, including systemic racism. Now, UNHCR High Commissioner Michelle Bachelet called for slavery reparations and for countries to examine their past to understand the scope of continuing systemic racism. And Philonis Floyd, George Floyd's brother, told the council Black lives do not matter in the US.
And again, that was from 8 months ago, but I had not ever covered it on the program, and that was pointed out to me that that
Good evening, everyone.
Be documented. And I apologize for that. Let me get back. And my apologies for that little technical glitch there, but you know, if we didn't have those, it wouldn't be the American Doofus Show. I get a lot of emails, and again, the previous video had been sent to me in the past and was resent because I had yet to include it in here, that there is actual United Nations documentation regarding international interest and investigation and in police brutality here in the United States against the Black community. Now, those that watch the show know it's not a surprise that I've acknowledged that numerous times. So that's not what this was about. It was about making it official. And I've got a few emails on something that's happened over in over in Africa, in Burkina Faso, and between two individuals, both of which are Americans, one of which is over there now, and the other who is wanting to relocate. One's a male, one's a female. And I'm not going to go any farther than to acknowledge that I have those. I received those emails. Thank you for sharing that, but that's not for something, that's not something for me to get in the way of. Okay, I acknowledge that I have received those, but that's not, and the fact that she is NFAC and the fact that she's ex-military doesn't mean anything. I don't know their facts to begin with, and that leads me into the next segment. Knowing your facts. One of the other emails I was sent, and let's see if I can manage to pull this up without messing things up. There we go. And this was sent, and this is just one of the locations that the email, or that this video has surfaced. It was sent as proof that Trump is still the president of the United States. And let's just give a couple of seconds here.
There's some funny stuff. I told you that Biden is the shadow president for the American corporation and Trump is the president of the United States Republic. Well, here's your proof. Here you go. Read and read. And just so you know, I ain't on neither side.
So
I don't like neither one. I don't trust none of them. So don't try to put me in that mix. Just let you know what's going on. Hold on, you gotta hear that again. President of America, United States. Look at this shit. Of the President of the United States of America is called. This happens today.
Okay, I wanted to stop the share right there because that was supposedly happened on that date, which was just a couple of days ago. It didn't. It happened over a year ago on Trump's only visit to India. That is footage of his visit to India. It's being portrayed as somehow he is still the president of the United States. And it just gives you an example of some of the stuff that's out there. So know your facts. That video was indeed a year old. Now, not everything's a year old. What I have next is from today. It's from CPAC. Those are initials, CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Committee. It is the people behind the Republican Party, if you will. The conservative wing of the Republican Party, as it stands now. I think there may be a fragmentation coming there with Mike Pence being involved in fragmenting that, but that is then and this is now. And this is the top picture you see is an image from CPAC, from the Conservative Political Action Committee's conference that is ongoing. And it is a giant golden idol of Donald Trump wearing flip-flops and an American flag made into shorts. And it obviously, to the person that posted this, drew reference to the golden calf that the Israelites, according to the Bible, worshipped when they got tired of waiting for Moses to come down from talking to God. So I had to share that with you as something to think about, as everything that we do here. You know, we just we give you things to think about, and I hope that gives you something to think about. And also, I received an email and a video from I'll just say 15AR as far as identifying. They'll understand that. And it was a video of young Pharaoh. This ties into the CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Committee. And many of you may know young Pharaoh, a relatively popular YouTube personality, and just a personality, and an entertaining video that was sent to me. But the tie-in is that young Pharaoh was invited to CPAC to be a participant in this conference, the Conservative Political Action Committee. And his invitation was revoked because he had supposedly made anti-Semitic comments. And he was questioning, what he actually did. He put up $50,000 of his own money against $50,000 from the best rabbi, in his terms, to debate and to prove that the Jewish people are actually the people of Israel. And that was viewed as anti-Semitic, just questioning authenticity. Now, the problem with questioning authenticity when it comes to such matters is things are based on faith a lot of the times and not on actual evidence. So, but if you do decide, if somebody decides to take him up on the offer, I'd be glad to be one of the judges on that particular show. And Doofus Dog, a little contribution to the show tonight. Thank you very much, Oakley. But if you haven't seen that video, check it out, Young Pharaoh. And it just makes you seeing the golden calf and then knowing that, or the golden idol of Donald Trump. And knowing that Young Pharaoh is being rejected simply because of questioning something. He wasn't derogatory. He showed no disrespect from what I was able to see. But again, it should give everyone something to think about, no matter what race or creed or anything else. If you're an American and you see that kind of stuff, it should make you wonder. And actually, it shouldn't make you wonder. It should make you realize that there are certain people that are not here for everybody. They're only here for themselves. And this is just further proof. And that's not some giant epiphany revelation I just made. It's just more proof that there are people that are here simply to uphold a certain system, if you will. And that gets us to the next to last item on the agenda. A little long tonight, I know, but a lot to talk about. And that's the vaccine. And someone has reached out to me that has a connection to someone that works at one of the companies that is making the vaccine. And they're going to come on and talk to me, hopefully. And it is not an attempt to convince anybody of anything. It's an effort to get all information out there and let people make their own decisions. So when that does happen, I'm not pushing a vaccine on anybody. And I totally understand why the Black community is hesitant, especially after things that have happened in the past. And I'm not going to go into those things. Y'all are very well aware of it. And the final note for tonight is that the United States has launched missiles into Syria, missile strike today, that was deemed a warning to Iran. Now, those of you that watch the program, obviously I thank you, but you know that Chris has been on here and within the past couple of weeks back, Chris told us, keep your eye on what's happening in Iran. Iran had launched a cruise missile, a medium-range cruise missile that landed within 20 miles of the United States aircraft carrier. Now that's not a near miss. That is a message that we could have hit that carrier if we wanted to. So potential tensions heating up between the United States and the Middle East. And also today, United States accused one of the Saudi princes in Saudi Arabia of being involved in a killing as well. So stopped arms sales to the United Arab Emirates and to Saudi Arabia. So tensions could be heating up in the Middle East with the United States. And we're going to try to have Chris on to talk about that. And I'm hoping to get Chris on before March the 4th to get his opinions on what's happening there. But definitely, and a couple of other things, it might involve Trump and Putin. And I had one final word, and I can't remember what it was at the moment. So I'll just go ahead and end this up. Thanking you for watching. And we're in troubling times. We really seriously are in so many different manners and from so many different sides. And it can get real dark real fast. And there are those on all sides that are pushing for that darkness. And those of us that want to be lights, it's going to be harder and harder to be a light, but be a light. Be a light. Take back your soul. That was said in an EAR episode the other day. And if you only watch these for the Grandmaster J stuff, you're missing so much. You're missing so much more, especially with the EAR episodes. And I'm not sure if there's going to be an episode tomorrow on Saturday or not. Sunday, we will do the weekly wrap on Sunday. Tuesday will be live for certain with open forum Tuesday, where you can bring any topic you'd like to talk about or like to have me talk about, bring it forward and we'll talk about it. And I'm recording tonight because I've got a couple of meetings coming up later on with some people, video meetings, and I'm going to try to get some more information on March 4th. If I do, I will share it tomorrow in an episode. And again, I thank you all for watching. A lot of stuff going on. Grandmaster J in court today. People still believing that Trump's president and even building a golden idol to him. And it just shows the divide our country's in. And we've got to stop the divide before we can ever begin to heal. So take back your soul and be true to who you are. I'm not asking anybody to believe but what I say on here is truth. I just bring forth stuff that other people don't talk about. But you don't have to agree with it. And I give you things to think about. I don't tell you what to think. I don't tell you what to join, what to do, anything like that. I just try to give you facts. And I thank you all for watching. You have no idea what it means. And I love you all. And who knows, if the 2 meetings go short, I may be back with a live yet tonight because I feel like I got a lot of things I want to talk about, but I've taken enough time doing this now. So blessings peace, love, positivity. I'm trying to put a positive end onto this. And I wish you absolutely nothing but blessings. And I pray for mercy for our people and for our country. And I pray you have blessings of love and peace and prosperity. And have a great night. Until next time, it's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Good night.